sing some prayers to our spiritual masters, and then we'll sing the Mahamantra. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Sudyamani Vastachade Shodatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Sudyamani Vastachade Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Jai Krishna, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Jai Jai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, everybody Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Prabhu ki, Hare Krishna Bhagavad ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi.
So welcome everyone to 26 Second Avenue. Who's here for the first time? So a few of you. Okay, so welcome. Hare Krishna. You may know this. This is where Srila Prabhupada began the Hare Krishna movement all over the entire world. Although Prabhupada was raised in Calcutta, but this is where he started the Hare Krishna movement. His first center and the International Society for Krishna Consciousness was incorporated here. So, and we try to carry on Srila Prabhupada, the tradition, by doing what Srila Prabhupada did. So we have Bhagavad Gita class here every Saturday and kirtans, and then we have wonderful devotees who lead us through the Bhagavad Gita verse by verse in order every week. And today we're fortunate Shri Prahlada is here. Shri Prahlada has been a devotee of Krishna since he was a child, and most people when they're children, they're thinking about playing games and when is it time for recess and stuff like that. Shri Prahlada was, as colloquially said to today, he was reaching out to people about Krishna consciousness even as a child, spreading it publicly through the media, and there wasn't the internet back then. And since then, Shri Prahlada has traveled the world and spent a lot of time leading gigantic festivals in which there's kirtans and dramas and classes, and especially kirtans in Poland, Australia, different places like this. And he eventually decided to dovetail his Krishna given gifts by going to pursue his education and getting a PhD in an aspect of management, and he wound up after a couple of teaching at a couple of universities, being a professor at Manhattan University here in New York, which is sort of like a full circle because that's just like down the road from where I went to school from 5 years old to 18 years old in Riverdale. So anyway, so we'll continue the Bhagavad Gita. So if you like to follow along with your smartphone, if you want to, you may. There's a website that you might be familiar with, vedabase.io, and Prabhupada's books are there, including Bhagavad Gita. We're today on chapter 8, text 13. And so after the class, which will, per Shri Prabhupada's discretion, it may go through 7 or a bit after. Then we'll have another kirtan, and then we're going to have a wonderful prasadam feast. It seems like everyone here is familiar with prasadam. Hare Krishna.
I think everybody's a master here.
Atmanivedana Prabhu. Atmanivedana heads up this gathering every week, every Saturday, consistently. How many years have we been doing this?
We're finishing up the 15th year.
Okay, yeah, that's steady service there. Atmanivedana and Subhangara will be the Saturday program here at 26 Second Avenue. It's always an honor to come join you, to share with you. So if you would like to take out your phone and go to vedabase.io in your browser, Veda, VEDA, BASE.io, and from there you can select Bhagavad Gita. The screen will look like this, and you can select Bhagavad Gita. Once you select Bhagavad Gita, you can select chapter 8, attaining the Supreme. And today we are discussing verse 13. We got it? Yeah, we have some print copies as well. All right, let's please repeat after me. Om iti ekaksharam brahma.
Om Ekaksharam Brahma.
Om iti ekaksharam brahma.
Om Ekaksharam Brahma.
Vyaharan mam anusmaran.
Vyaharam Mamanusmaran.
Vyaharan mam anusmaran.
Vyaharam Mamanusmaran.
Yaprayati tyajandeham.
Yaprayati Jajandeham.
Yaprayati tyajandevam.
Yaprayati Jajandeham.
Sayati paramam gatim.
Sayati Paramam Gatim.
Sayati paramam gatim.
Sayati Paramam Gatim.
Om Ekaksharam Brahma.
Om iti ekaksharam brahma.
Yaharan Mamanusmaran.
Yaharan mam anusmaran.
Yaprayati Chajandeham.
Yaprayati tyajandeham.
Sayati Paramam Gatim.
Sayati paramam gatim.
Om Ekaksharam Brahma.
Om iti ekaksharam brahma.
Vyaharan Mam Anusmaran.
Vyaharan mam anusmaran.
Yaprayati Tyajandeham.
Yaprayati tyajandeham.
Sayati Paramam Gatim.
Sayati paramam gatim.
Om iti karashvaram brahma.
Om iti ekaksharam brahma.
Vyaharam mamanusmaram.
Vyaharan mam anusmara.
Ya prayati tajanteham.
Yati prajanteham.
Sayati pranam gatim.
Sayati paramam gatim. Om iti ekaksharam brahma. Vyaharan mam anusmara. Yaprayati tyajandeham. Sayati paramam gatim. So we can take turns reading 2 sentences at a time. Who would like to start the translation? Please.
So after being situated in this yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and quits his body, he will certainly reach the spiritual planets.
Excellent, thank you.
It is clearly stated here that Om, Brahman, and Lord Krishna are not different. The impersonal sound of Krishna is Om, but the sound of Hare Krishna contains Om.
Next. Next person.
The chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is clearly recommended for this age. So if one quits his body at the end of life chanting
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
he certainly reaches one of the spiritual planets according to the mode of his practice.
Next person.
The devotees of Krishna enter the Krishna planet, Goloka Vrindavan. For the personalists, there are also innumerable other planets, known as Vaikuntha planets, in the spiritual sky, whereas the impersonalists remain in the Brahmajyoti.
Thank you. So we have read one verse from the Gita, 8:13, with a translation by our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, along with his purport, his explanation. And he's pulled out some very wonderful points from this verse. He starts by saying, it is clearly stated here that Om, Brahman and Krishna are not different. So let us see how it is clearly stated in the verse. Krishna says, reading the translation again, after being situated in this yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the supreme personality of Godhead, the Sanskrit word is me, Mam. So if one thinks of me, Krishna is saying, you chant Om, think of me, while leaving the body, you will reach Param Gatim, the supreme destination. So from that, Prabhupada is saying, it is very clear here that Om and Krishna are the same. Krishna is saying, say Om, think of me, and you will reach the supreme destination. You will come to me. You will come to my planet. You will come to my abode. And therefore, Prabhupada says, it is clear here, Om and Krishna and Brahman, they are not different. So yeah, very nice, very wonderful explanation. Sometimes there is an understanding that Om denotes impersonal Brahman. Prabhupada also indicates that here, but it needn't be limited to impersonal Brahman. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains this in his discussions with the sannyasis of Benares, as recorded in his biography 500 years ago. He had conversation with the sannyasis of Benares, and he says Vedanta says to chant Om, and he says or that we should meditate on Brahman. It is there, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. And then Lord Chaitanya says, but don't think that Om is separate from Krishna. Om is Krishna's aspect. And so when it gives the injunction to chant Om or think of Brahman, it can very well be understood that to be teaching us to think of Krishna, to meditate on Krishna, to chant His holy name. And therefore Prabhupada says, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is, before that, the impersonal sound of Krishna is Om, but the sound Hare Krishna contains Om. So what is this impersonal, let's see, the impersonal sound of Krishna? Let's talk about that. The impersonal sound of Krishna. When we say the name Krishna, this is a personal name. When we say Govinda, when we say Gopala, when we say Rama, when we say Makanchor, when we say Gopi Janavalabha or Giridhari, as I say the names, you have different leelas in your mind. Giridhari means Krishna's lifting the Govardhan hill. Venudhara or Murlidhara, and you think of Krishna holding the flute. Makanchor, and you think of Krishna stealing butter. Parthasarthi, you think of Krishna holding the reins of Arjuna's chariot. So these are very personal names. They denote Krishna, his form, his activities, his pastimes, his relationships with his devotees. Therefore, they are very wonderful to meditate on. And we might say, they are personal, they are very complete names. When you say Om, what is the lila that comes to your mind? There is no lila. That is you think of peace. You think of peace, you think of equanimity. And so that is Krishna's impersonal aspect, his neutral aspect. All pervasive, present everywhere, sustaining everything. So that is one of Krishna's aspects. Bhagavatam, it says, Vedanti tattva vidas jnanam vijnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabhyate. Those who know Vedanta, they understand the Supreme Godhead to have three primary aspects. Brahmeti, that is as impersonal Brahman. Paramatmeti, Paramatma means localized aspect within the hearts of all living beings. Bhagavan, the person, the personality of Godhead with whom you can have a conversation, whom you can see face to face, with whom you can have a loving relationship. Which one is superior to the other? Krishna tells us, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I am the basis of Brahman. It is my energy. So Krishna is expanding as universes. He's expanding everywhere with his energies. That energy is Brahman. All energy around us. Bhagavad Gita has a nice verse. It describes Brahman is the giver, Brahman is the receiver, Brahman is the fire, Brahman is the offering, Brahman is the priest, everything is Brahman. Everything is Krishna's energy. Krishna said, that is mine, my energy. Then he's also expanded within his energy, within his universes, within his creation. He's expanded everywhere as Paramatma. Within my heart, within your heart, within the heart of every being on the streets of New York City, that is Paramatma. Therefore, one who is a Tattva Darshi, one who sees truth, one who is a Vedantin, they offer pranam to every soul. Because within the heart of that being is God, Krishna as Paramatma. The beggar, the banker, within each of their hearts, Krishna is present. The dog, the cow, Krishna is present as Paramatma, and therefore the Vedantin, the Bhagavata, offers respects to all. So that is also Krishna's aspect, Paramatma. And then personal aspect is Bhagavan. Bhagyavan iti Bhagavan. The one who has all opulence, that is Bhagavan. Parasara Muni describes these opulences as 6. Of course they are unlimited, but 6 are primary. They are described as unlimited. Okay, who can say what are the 6 primary opulences of Bhagavan? Yes, okay. One of them is that he has unlimited wealth. Spoken like a true banker.
My favorite.
Yeah, I saw you raise your hand up, Nivedana Prabhu.
Beauty, knowledge, intelligence, wealth, strength, and
You're going to give them all to us. Yeah, thank you. So unlimited beauty, unlimited strength, unlimited fame, unlimited knowledge or wisdom, unlimited renunciation. along with unlimited wealth. So who has unlimited? Who has these opulences unlimitedly? Only Bhagavan, only the source of all opulence. We have these opulences more or less. Some we may have more of, some we will have less of. Some have lots of beauty, maybe less knowledge or intelligence. Some have more intelligence, less beauty. Some have more wealth, less renunciation. Others have vairagya, renunciation, no wealth. And so we have one, two, maybe pairs, but not the opposite quality. Krishna has them all unlimitedly. He's called Bhagavan. And he's expressing these qualities in his pastimes with his devotees. An example is given by our acharyas to help us to understand these different aspects of Godhead. This example, maybe it works for an Indian understanding. For a Westerner, it would be hard to understand. But the example is given as sunshine, sun globe, and sun god. So a Westerner will understand sunshine, sun globe, sun god, what's that? But that is an example given by our acharyas. Sunshine, it is everywhere. We would say, the sun is in the room. And you won't think sun globe. You'll think sun rays are coming through the window. We can see, we don't need the lights on. It's warm, we don't need the heater. Because the sun is in the room. That means sunshine is in the room. So one aspect of the sun. So Brahman is compared to sunshine. And the other aspect of the sun is the sun globe itself. Right? So actually we see it, we think it's may look to our eye as the size of a quarter. In fact, it's bigger than the earth itself. Sun planet. So in this analogy, Paramatma compared to the sun planet. Paramatma has form, but he's neutral, he's witnessing. Chitatmana prasantasya paramatma samahita. I am in the hearts of all living beings. Sarvasya chaham hrini shani vishnu. And then the third, sun god. So Indians will understand, Greeks, Romans, other ancient civilizations, they will understand the idea of a sun god. Vivishvan, or Surya. Suryaji, Surya Dev, sun god. And so in this analogy, then Krishna, he is that the personality, sun god. Sun god you can pray to, you can receive blessing or curse, or you can, there's some interaction there. He is ruling the sun globe, he's ruling the sunshine. And so Krishna, the personality of Godhead, he is ruling everything. He is expanding as Paramatma. He is expanding as his energy, Brahman, as well. Otherwise, an analogy that Prabhupada gave, more fitting for the Western mindset, is of the train, the steam train. Have you heard it, Meru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the train, when the train further away, you think like, wow, this train's by somebody, like they teach. It's like, well, I seen the train, and then you see one aspect of it.
Right, yeah, okay, so let's break that down a little. Thank you, Meru. So when the train first comes to the villages in India, Prabhupada gave this analogy. People are very excited. They go from the village to the train station, and they're all waiting. The train is coming, the train is coming. And then in the distance they see smoke, and they hear horn, choo choo, and they hear the wheels on the truck, and they go back to the village and say, "Did you see the train?" "Yes, we saw it." "Thomas, did you see the train?" "We saw it. What was it? What is it like?" "Yes, it is smoke, sound, choo choo, and this. That's a train." Some of the villages, they waited a bit longer. And the steam, the train actually arrived at the station, and they ran back to the village. We have seen the train. What is it like? Well, there is a smoke, and there is a sound, and then there is a actual train carriages. There's an engine with a steam coming out. There are carriages. That's the train. Okay, you have seen more than the first group. Your understanding is deeper. Then others, they waited a little longer. The doors opened. People came out. They spoke to the people. This one is a captain driving the train. This one is helping shoveling coal, keeping the engine running. These are passengers. Someone is going to Mumbai. Someone is going to other places along that route. They have different desires. They have different needs. They have different aspirations, hopes for their lives. So they got the personal understanding of that train. What is it for? Where is it going? What is it for? And so Brahman realization, it is compared to sound and light. Yeah? You hear the engine, you see the smoke. Paramatma realization, it is compared to seeing the steam, the physical train itself. Bhagavan realization, it is compared to knowing the people, knowing their desires, their will, their hopes, their aspirations. And so in the Gita, Krishna is leading us to this Bhagavan realization. Prabhupada would call it, or Prabhupada, he would call it the topmost yoga system. By Bhakti Yoga, we can come to know the personality of Godhead. We can come to have a deep and personal relationship with Krishna. So, the end of this commentary, Prabhupada, the last sentence, the last two sentences. Okay. Would like to read the last two sentences of the purport. Do we have a reader?
Anybody wants to read?
I read it before.
Oh, you read it before. Was it Taria or Talia?
Yeah, where is it starting?
The devotees of Krishna. And there's a bit of Sanskrit there, but thank you for coming. Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Chitra, Manjari, can you tell them where the temple is in Long Island? Because they live in Long Island. Freeport.
Yeah. I see. You found it?
It starts with the similarity.
No, for devotees, right here.
Those who are
Please help Krishna. It's dinner time now. But it's not like you serve that later on, right?
Oh, she found it.
Please begin.
those who are devotees of Krishna enter the Krishna planet or Goloka, Vrindavana, whereas the impersonalities remain in the Brahmacharya. The personalities also enter many innumerable planets in the spiritual sky known as Vaikuntha.
Thank you. Yes, well done. There's a lot of Sanskrit there to put your tongue around, but you did very well. Thank you. So what's Prabhupada telling us here? He's telling us there are different destinations in yoga practice. One destination is impersonal Brahman. you merge with Brahma Jyoti. One destination are other innumerable Vaikuntha planets. And then he says for the devotees of Krishna, the destination is Goloka, the highest spiritual planet. Goloka, Vrindavan. What does this tell us? We have an idea, it's a popular idea. All paths lead to the same. A very popular notion in spiritual circles. Oh yeah, whatever path you follow, eventually it all leads to the same place. And here, in this purport, we are learning, and not only here, Krishna says it elsewhere in the Gita, different spiritual practices will lead to different, even spiritual destinations. Material practices will lead to different material destinations. Different spiritual practices can lead to different spiritual destinations. So, merging with Brahmajyoti, that is an aspiration for many yogis. It is not the aspiration for a bhakti yogi, for a devotee of Krishna. Why?
You guys want to achieve Krishna, not Brahman.
We want to achieve Krishna, not Brahman. Why?
Because they want to have a relationship.
Because we want to have a relationship with God. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the impersonal being with God may be nice at some level, but the nature of the soul is to love. The nature of the soul is to want to be in relationship. The longing of the soul is for that loving relationship with Krishna. That is the teaching of the bhakti tradition. All the longings of our heart in this world, they are misplaced expressions of our desire, our will for a perfect loving relationship. And that perfect loving relationship is with the perfect person, Krishna, who has unlimited beauty, unlimited strength, unlimited fame, unlimited renunciation. And so through a cultivation of bhakti yoga, we can revive that relationship and achieve Krishna. This purport is offering, well, the verse itself and the purport are telling us the technology we can use, the mechanism we can use to achieve that. And what is it?
To always think of Krishna.
Think of Krishna. And how do we think? We have a technology to help us think.
You use Hare Krishna mantra.
We chant, yeah. So the chanting is our technology, our spiritual practice, our sadhana, to help us think of Krishna and reach Krishna. With Om, we can reach Brahmajyoti, impersonal Brahman. With other mantras, we can reach other Vaikuntha abodes. With Hare Krishna mantra, we can reach Krishna Loka or Goloka. So this is a powerful technology. Just last night, I was in Boston, and there was a program in MIT. And so before going on stage, I read Prabhupada's lecture given in MIT in 1969. And he spoke to the students who had gathered there, and he said, this is a place of learning. It is a place of technological advance, knowledge. Actually, he started by saying, Om Agyanti Varandasya. I was born in ignorance, but my spiritual master has opened my eyes with knowledge. And then he said, this is an establishment of learning, a place of technology, and you have different technologies related to physics and chemistry and astronomy and other sciences. He said, but do you know the technology for understanding the self, the soul? Do you know the technology for awakening self-realization? Is there a department here that gives or teaches or studies, researches this technology. And he said, that is a great calamity. So much emphasis given to other technologies, but the most important technology for understanding the self and achieving self-realization, it has been neglected. And then he told a story. The story of the boatman. I haven't heard it for so long, but I saw it there yesterday when I read Prabhupada's lecture. He said there was a village boatman ferrying people across the river, and one day his passenger was a professor. And as they journeyed over the river, the professor saw a bird, and he said, "Boatman, what specimen of bird is this?" And the boatman said, "I don't know, we just call it bird. We call it a sparrow or a hawk." Or he says, then he gave the Latin name. It is a something that is related to some other species, and he described the migratory patterns for that bird. And then as they carried along, he saw some trees on the bank. He yelled, "Boatman, tell me about those trees." We call it a banyan tree. And the professor, he says, "You don't know about these trees? 60% of your life is wasted. For not knowing the bird, 50%. For not knowing the trees, 60%. And they carried along, and he saw a fish. He asked the boatman about the fish. The boatman just gave the colloquial name. Professor told him, 75% of your life is wasted. They carried along, and he saw some cloud. "Told me about that cloud formation, boatman." Boatman said, "Yeah, I'm a little worried. It might rain. There could be a storm." "That is a terranimbus." He gave a Latin name for that type of cloud and told him, 85% of your life is wasted, boatman. But then that cloud started to thunder, and rain came, and the boat capsized. And the boatman said, "Professor, do you know how to swim?" Professor said, "I don't know how to swim." The boatman said, 100% of your life is wasted. So Prabhupada told the story to illustrate, we may know so many things, but if we don't know the essential thing, what is the point of it all? We may know this technology, another technology, but we don't know the technology for self-realization and for achieving Param Gatim, the supreme destination. Then all the rest is wasted. Prabhupada would give the comparison of zero. He said, you add 0 and 0 and 0 and 0, what does it equal? What does it add up to? 0. But if you put 1 in front of 3 zeros, you have 1,000, you have 10,000, you have 100,000. They become valuable when you put the 1 in front. When you put Krishna in front, then everything else makes sense. It has its value, it has its significance. So the technology that Prabhupada, that Krishna is giving here, he says, at the moment of death, say Om, think of me, you'll reach me. And then Prabhupada more specifically, he says, you chant Hare Krishna, think of Krishna, you'll be taken to Goloka, to the spiritual sky. That is the most powerful technology. More powerful than any combustion engine, EV engine, rocket, spacecraft. This will take you all the way out of the material nature into the spiritual sky. A subtle technology, most powerful technology. And you might say, well, that sounds just too simple. Just think of Krishna, say Om, think of Krishna, say Hare Krishna, and then off you go to the spiritual sky. But it's easier said and read than done. Because at the moment of death, the mind, it goes many places very quickly. People who have had near-death experiences, they describe their whole life flashing before them. Fast speed, fast forward reel of your life flashing before you, and it stops on the screen, on the image that is most significant to you, your strongest attachment. There your mind will land as you're leaving the body. Krishna says that will take you to your next destination. So to think of Krishna at death, not so easy. It requires a life of practice. Every day we chant. Every day we cultivate this technology. Every day, not just mechanically, we deepen our love, our relationship with Krishna, such that at the moment of death, the mind will naturally go there. We naturally think of Krishna, we naturally call His holy name, and we're naturally lifted out of the material nature, ending the cycle of birth and death, ending the cycle of happiness and distress, ending the cycle of material attachment that keeps us bound here. Otherwise, again, we're born into the material nature. Yeah.
Is it kind of like talking about the moment of death and saying like, you know, is it because in that moment you can, when you are, you know, one with Krishna or in love with Krishna, that's the way to be, to not be in other places. Like when you're, it's kind of like a way to enter the room, or like the chant. Like is it a way for you to experience love, to leave all the noise behind, and then you kind of enter this room of love?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so something we cultivate through life, having those experiences that you're describing, and then the ultimate liftoff is at the moment of death. And then we exit this material room altogether, and the doors to the spirit sky open up to us. We transition over. Yes.
Do you remember when this dentist was here? I think when you were here, he gave a testimonial when he had like near-death experience, and he says like he started chanting Hare Krishna, he came back.
Yeah. Okay. Krishna said you need a little more time.
Yeah, it's kind of
to cultivate.
Hare Krishna mantra brought him back. So he didn't know what to do.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Any other comments, reflections? Jai. A wonderful verse, huh? And I love how Prabhupada explained it. I like how it is clearly stated here that Om, Brahman and Krishna are not different. And how he extracts that. Krishna says, think of Om. Say Om and think of me. And what will you get? Param Gatin. The highest possible destination. Yes?
Prabhupada was chanting Hare Krishna, not Om. Why is that? And what should we learn from it?
Yeah, thank you. So, Prabhupada's explained it here, that Om is much broader and can also denote, and often is used to denote, the partial expression of Godhead as His impersonal feature. Although it's not limited there, but it is often understood that way, although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our other acharyas also explain how Krishna is present there in Om. The Maha Mantra, it is the more complete, the fuller name for calling to the Godhead. So when you read the second verse of Shikshastakam, Lord Chaitanya says, Nam Nama Kari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktish Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha. He says, your names are unlimited, and they are, he says, so the Prabhupada's translation says, My Lord, you have unlimited names like Krishna and Govinda. They are fully invested with your full potency. And so Prabhupada's distinguishing. Some names have more potency than others. There is a greater presence of God in some names than others. If you say, dear Creator, so that's one aspect of God as Creator, or God the Maintainer. So He is those things, but He's so much more. So names like Krishna and Govinda, they address the personality of Godhead, who is also a creator and a maintainer and who is also present everywhere. Therefore, Prabhupada is chanting Hare Krishna, following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes?
So what would be the, what result would one achieve, and what benefit would one get from praising Allah? Allah. I have an employee who's a devout Muslim.
Yeah, okay.
All merciful.
It's interesting. So, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya meets the Qazi. And Qazi says Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya becomes happy that he said Krishna's name. And why? Because he's already chanting Allah. Why is he pleased that Qazi's chanting Krishna's name? And the reason is, our Shastras tell us some names are more potent than others. So 1,000 names, according to Shastra, 1,000 names of Vishnu equal 1 name of Ram. 3 names of Ram equal 1 name Krishna. So it's not just that we have this idea to distinguish, to separate other religions. Within our tradition itself, Shastra is telling us 1,000 names Vishnu is 1 name Ram, 3 names Ram, 1 name Krishna. So you say Krishna, you have said Vishnu Sahasranam 3 times. That's why there's happiness. Qazi said Krishna. He said, oh, he said Krishna. There's some special benefit that is there. Saying the name Allah is also a benefit. Saying the name Vishnu, saying the name Ram, also benefit. We also say Ram, we also say Vishnu, we can also say Allah or any other authorized name. We have names Ishvara, means controller. It's a good name, but it is not as complete as the name Krishna or Govinda.
So what will they achieve?
Prabhupada says they can go to the planet of the pious Muslims. Yeah.
Did Prabhupada laugh
No.
about that planet? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Or it's a material platform, pious Muslim. Sounds like still material.
Yeah, if it's full devotion, then it can be a spiritual. There are many Vaikuntha planets where Krishna is manifesting in his different aspects. Look, even in our bhakti tradition, most of us are taking birth again and again until we come to some. You have to be at a state of pure love for God. Then you're carried out of the material nature. If you're reaching that state in some other tradition as well, then some arrangement can be made for you there as well. But most people, even in faith, even in religion, still have some more births ahead of them to reach a very elevated state of pure love. Yes, Meru, and then Sri Radharaman.
I was reading recently with Prabhupada, I don't know where, but Prabhupada transcript somewhere, and he was saying like it's not about in our tradition, in Krishna, he was saying it's not about converting you to Hare Krishna or taking you converting from Christianity to this. It's about developing, like you said, developing the love for the Godhead. And it's beautiful, like you said too, like today. That's what Bhakti Yoga is about. It's developing a relationship and the love for God. It's kind of beautiful.
Your T-shirt says it all. All you
Swear.
need is love.
Different t-shirts of all here.
I have a question then.
I'll share your Honorable Prabhu first, and then I'll come to you.
Yeah, who? Who's first? You?
It was just a comment.
No, of course.
It was just a comment. Do you mind if I say?
Please, yeah.
I was reading in the scriptures, Prabhuji, that about 3,000 years ago, there was a deity of Lord Shiva that was established as Makeshwara. And the geography of Makeshwara happens to be very close to where today the Mecca resides.
Makeshwara, okay.
Yeah, and there was a king called Maharaj Bhojraj, and he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So he established his deity there, and then the symbols associated with the deity, such as the half crescent moon, circumambulating 7 times in the opposite direction, and performing other rituals which are very closely associated with Lord Shiva. So Maharaj Bhoj, he established this type of worship. So there may be a connection to that historical significance in the Veda scriptures to what they have possibly today, the remnants of that. Yeah.
Very interesting.
So if you read, for example, in the Quran, some of my friends have described the destination of those who worship Allah to be very similar to what we may describe as Maheshtam, not on the other side of the Viraja river, but on the other side, towards the material side. Yeah. So just a few comments I wanted to share.
Very interesting. Thank you for.
Is that the Bhavishya Purana?
Ji,
Yeah, okay.
It's the Vishnu Purana.
Bhavishya.
Bhavishya Purana.
What does that mean?
It's a particular Purana called Bhavishya Purana. Like we have Bhagavata Purana,
Yeah.
Vishnu Purana, there's a Bhavishya Purana. Oh, what does Bhavishya mean? It means the future. The future Purana. Yes.
I remember what I was So we're talking about unless you reach the level of that love, you cannot go back to the spiritual world. But in this verse, it says you just have to remember.
Yeah. Right.
So a lot of us hoping on that one.
Yeah.
Just to remember, just we're trying to make sure that that moment, maybe someone will remind us if we're dying and we cannot remember. Some of the devotees around us maybe will chant Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
We remember. That's our. I mean, that's my hope.
Right.
Like I hope to jump over that need to have this because naturally we do have it. We just covered, but
Right.
we have that love eternal in us and our relationship also.
Yeah.
So there is a hope that if we at least like do
What this verse says. Yeah. So, okay, that is a good hope. Yeah. And what are we? Ashabandhu. Ashabandhu, Rupa Goswami says, is a quality of the devotee. It is Ashabandhu. Yeah, it's hope, right? And it's Ashabandha, like it is holding to that hope. Huh? Yeah, but it's like audacious hope, or it's unreasonable.
Hopeless hope.
Hopeless hope, yeah.
I don't like that.
But there is hope because Krishna's mercy as well. So, to think of Krishna at the moment of that, it's not easy to say Krishna, like other things will be there, there'll be reluctance to let go, fear, and other things may distract. But if there is a determination, a dedication, a lifelong, a life of service, Krishna can arrange that. Yeah, he can incarnate in the mind and arrange for that as well.
And plus also through chanting Hare Krishna, you would develop a love for Godhead.
Yeah. Okay, shall we chant a little and take prasadam?
Hare